At Cornhusker Auto Center, bragging is not our style, but that doesn't mean our customers can't.
Great people, easy transaction, went out of their way to help. Thank you.
Amazing place to buy a vehicle. Great staff all around.
I would recommend Cornhusker Auto to anyone.
Time out!
Welcome back to another episode of Time Out with Nick, the weekly recap of all things prep football in Northeast Nebraska, where we are kicking off what could be one of the strangest weeks of the year. You see, we have some teams starting the first round of the playoffs, yet you have some teams with their regular season finale. We'll start off with 11-man football, though. Crofton making the trip to Memorial Field to take on third-ranked Norfolk Catholic. The thing is, this game kind of has an asterisk for Crofton. They are minus their best player in Jimmy Allen, who was an all-district running back a year ago as a sophomore. Norfolk Catholic looked like they were ready to take advantage really quickly. Touchdown drive to open the game, then got turnover, big pass, and it was nearly 14-0 in the blink of an eye. But all of a sudden, Norfolk Catholic committed turnover. Crofton answered with a 90-plus yard drive, and the Warriors tied it up. Norfolk Catholic, though, got some big plays as the game wore on. Jackson Clausen with a 70-yard touchdown run to answer. Alex Prim with a 40-yard pick six. Clausen again with a 72-yard touchdown run. Norfolk Catholic 35-14 win on senior night. Jackson Clausen, kind of the catalyst on Friday night. 14 carries, 192 yards, including those two long touchdowns. Here's the senior after the win.
It's huge because now next week we're hoping that we can, if we win next week, we can get home field advantage in the playoffs.
On Thursday night, 8th-ranked Laurel-Concord-Coleridge made the visit to Norfolk to play 7th-ranked Lutheran High Northeast. The teams played about as evenly as their rankings would have suggested. Hayden Baudet had 2 passing touchdowns. Lutheran High led 16-8 at halftime. Both teams came up with a big defensive stop though, and that's how the game ended, was 16-8. And the thing about this one too, it may have decided a home game in the first round playoffs. We'll get to those pairings in just a little bit. But first, a couple of 20-game winning streaks came to an end on Friday nights. Pair of defending champions both going down. Oakland Craig suffering a 28-24 heartbreaker against Fremont Bergen, and Humphrey St. Francis falling 29-14 at Central Valley. Both of those teams, however, lost to teams that are still undefeated on the season. A couple of games involving district championships on the line. Norfolk Catholic heads to Hardington Cedar Catholic. Pierce heading to Wayne. Both of those games involving district championships on the line. Like I said at the outset, playoffs are starting this week for 8-man. Also this year, because of COVID-19, Class A is starting this week. Norfolk was originally scheduled to play Miller North this week, but when the NSA came out with its new playoff setup, that game got scratched. However, now that the playoffs are starting, Norfolk actually ends up playing Miller North anyway, except now it's in the first round of the state playoffs. Also, 21 area 8-man teams made the Class D1 and Class D2 playoffs. A few area versus area matchups to keep an eye on. Elkhorn Valley hits the road. They'll play Neely Oakdale. Howells Dodge at Guardian Angel Central Catholic in a rematch from earlier this season. Also in Class D1, Lutheran High Northeast will host Elmwood Murdoch. Over in Class D2, Creighton will hit the road. They will play Osmond. Niobrara Verdigris will travel to Humphrey St. Francis. And a week after they play in the regular season, Windside at Wynot for the second time in as many weeks, this time in the first round of the state playoffs. Check Tuesday's paper for any changes to the ratings. When you have a couple of big winning streaks go down, there might be some changes. Picks for top games involving area teams in Wednesday's paper. That includes catching up on all 16 playoff matchups this weekend. Big sports week again with conference volleyball, state cross country also. All this content only in print or select digital subscription. And once again, my name is Nick Benish, and thanks for taking a time out with us.